Well, Alicia, thank you very much for getting us the latest. Alex, I'll request you to stay on with us. Let me also bring in Shweta Shalini of the BJP, who's joining us on this broadcast, as well as Ratan Sharda. Ratan Sharda, I want to take this question to you first. Fact end of the campaigning that took place here in Mumbai, it was back to what we had seen in the past. Typically, the rabble rousing of Raj Thackeray, and of course, going back to the central theme of Marathi Manush, does that really hold any sway? Because given the fact for every Mumbaiker today, the kind of voting that has taken place, I'm told that it's about 52%, unlike what we had seen previously, about 55%. Does that really matter right now? The pride of the Marathis, is that a key issue even today?
Shaman, thanks for asking very relevant question, which has been buried in the noise that Senas have been making. First point that I would make is the total dominance for the first time of a BJP leader like Devendra Fadnavis all over Maharashtra. Before this, there have been local body elections, and those elections showed that people are tired of this bogie of Marathi Manos and caste, Maratha, non-Maratha, reservation, etc. And they have gone overwhelmingly for the Vikas that Devendra signifies, and that is first point. Secondly, of the BMC budget you talk of, 42% of the budget goes for salaries. And of balance 60%, all the budget that is made where there are a lot of leakages, I won't even talk about that. I've been involved in the civic issues very intensely for last 3 years in Mumbai and my area. And I've seen how difficult it is to get the things done, right from Mantralaya to the municipal commissioner to the lowest ward office. And people have seen that. People have seen the decay of Mumbai for last 25 years under Sena, and they have seen that entire bogie of Marathi Manus, how funny it is that all the Marathi Manus of heart of Mumbai, Lalbagh, Bombay Central and all those areas have been pushed out of Mumbai because the milllands were sold, money was made, they never got a chance. The hutmen can get a legal flat which is bigger than what they were holding earlier on, but legally occupied tenants, that the labor class, never got a proper justice. They had to move out of Mumbai because of sheer cost. Mr. Raj Thackeray and Manoj Joshi had a land called Kohinoor Mill, which is the prime example of what they have done, where they have created a commercial property. Not one flat has been given to poor Marathi Manus, no discount given by all the Marathi Manus builders. People can see that. People can see the horrible condition we are into. And this call of Marathi Manus for 35 to 40%, even that whole idea of centering around Marathi Manus, not just Marathi Manus, abusing non-Marathis. I am a Mumbai-born person. I am as Marathi as anybody else. It is so sickening the way Balasaheb Thackre's legacy have been turned around from what he was and what he became later as the Hindu Himrat Samrat. Uthao Lungi Bajao Pung is the worst kind of advertisement you can make for Balasaheb Thackray. And this pure hate, slapping people, abusing people, all that people have seen. And Marathi Manus is educated. Marathi Manus knows what is good for it. I think this entire campaign that was pivoted around this theory will not work at all, because people have seen the practical what is happening. There, I talked to a Sena member, they talk of this development, and you had cycle track just to fulfill the fancy of Prince of Shiv Sena, and that had to be stopped by people using the court. So how long people will go to court? There are huge cases. In fact, I wrote an open letter to Devendra Fadnavis praising him, but also questioning his development policy, where we are trying to push the commercial properties into residential areas, which is not required. So there are some issues, but overall people have seen the change in Mumbai in last 10 years, desperate changes which we required. And I can tell you, before this started, I have moved all over India, and I can say Mumbai is the worst city to live in today, or since last 5-10 years, till next 2-3 years, when all these infrastructure projects become live. And that is very important. People now see hope. If you see some surveys, people feel happy in Mumbai because people feel there is hope now. And I feel that before I stop driving, before I stop moving around, at my age, I would be able to see a new developed Mumbai. The only hope is what is being done today, and that people have seen. So I see framing of the entire Mumbai debate has to be around this area, whether people will go for linguistic artificial debates or people will go for Vikas, and they have seen the worst kind of governance, and now they've seen last 10 years what has happened, and that is going to swing the entire voting, I think.
Well, in fact, Ratan Sharda, I must thank you because you epitomize what many Mumbaikars today essentially face, because for them, it is not about the pride of Marathis, it is about the pride of being a Mumbaikar here. The very fact that we're essentially tired of becoming what many would say the brand destroyers. When you have poor air quality, when you have poor roads, when you have a poor sewage system, when you do not have a sewage treatment plant, then the question here is the track record of the so-called Thackeray brand. Now, the very fact that they were holding this, the seat of power of the Brihan Mumbai Corporation for over 2 decades, the question is this also a